Welcome everyone to a new episode of Desa Yogi. Today we're going to be talking and combining two very important and fundamental concepts, the concept of strength and the concept of flexibility. Today we're going to be needing two blankets. Right now I'm sitting on one blanket. We're going to need an extra blanket to work and place our feet in some blocks. We're going to be using two blocks and we're going to be using two belts. We know that maybe some of you doesn't have two belts. Probably you want to wait until we start like doing the actions to see what's going to happen, and then you want to try to find something that will replace the belt. So two blankets, two belts, and two blocks to work with strength and flexibility. Welcome to another episode. Namaste.
Before we get started, if you enjoy this video and find it helpful, please give it a like. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe and don't forget to click the bell so that you are notified when the new videos are uploaded. Now let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to be sharing in this very short and simple sequence the concept on how to create activation and strength on the different muscles to be able to develop more flexibility. Because remember that every time we're sharing the videos and the concept in Desa Yogi, we want things to be safe. So safety is always our first priority. So we always need, in anatomy, we talk about antagonist and agonist muscles. So for example, if we want to lengthen the back of my leg, I want to make sure that I have to like activate my thighs. So let's just go straight into the actions for you to see. First action, everything as we're going to be working is in Tadasana. So take a block. Let's prepare this. Take your block and one belt. And let's just start working. So I'm going to ask you to take a block first. And we want to create some strength, because the strength, what is going to happen is like it help you and give you stability. So you're going to be aware what is happening and how your kneecaps are placing. So one of the things that you can do at the beginning is just like take your time to like bend and extend your legs and making sure that you balance the inner and the outer ankles. I want to ask you to raise your toes up to make sure that you lift your arches, okay? And then the block, basically, I want to ask you to do internal rotation to see how the block is going back. And I want you to do like external rotation to make sure that the block is going forward. So you're going to be balancing those two actions, inner rotation, outer rotation. So inner rotation beginning from the thighs, outer rotation coming from the calf muscles. So play with that. Inner rotation from the calf, inner rotation from the thighs, outer rotation from the calf muscles. When you find that moment, as you are raising up your toes, I want you to please squeeze as much as you can the block. We're going to do it together. While you are doing that, you will just take your belt and you're going to be folding the belt and keep on working. So lift the toes up to ground your heels as you're pushing your thighs back and increase the inner leg. What I'm doing right now is just like I'm warming fully my inner legs. So remember that the stronger and the more intelligent the legs, the healthier will be the back, okay? So squeezing the legs in, taking your belt folded in forward, you're going to take your hands and you're going to open your hands like shoulder width apart. And from there, I'm going to ask you to like bring your hands away. So as you're bringing your arms away, the muscle that is going to be tightening is your tricep here. So you're really trying to open the belt as strong as you can. So there will be a lot of like activation, strong activation. You will bring your shoulders back and down. You push forward your shoulder blades. You open your chest. And from there, keep on squeezing your block, ground your toes, and lift your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhalation. bringing your ribcage down, relaxing your buttock, tailbone and navel into the body, and start like bringing your arms back as much as you can and up. Exhale, bring your navel in fully, squeeze the block as much as you can, and bring the arms as much as back and up, resisting the shoulders and the ribcage down. Exhale to soften the face as you keep on like bringing the arms away from each other, making sure that you're making your inner and your outer arms strong. So keep the activation. Inhale, exhale, release the tension. Inhale, squeeze the arm, separate the belt, create that full tension in the whole body, and keep on like lengthening the body from your foot all the way up. So every time I'm gaining more height while I'm activating, and exhale, relax. So I want you to do this a few minutes until you feel like your body start like warming up. I feel that already in my body. So inhale, squeeze the arm, actually squeeze the legs and separate the arms as much as you can. So I'm separating the hands, but I'm squeezing the shoulder in and the shoulders away from each other. Full exhalation as I'm squeezing my navel in, relaxing the bottom. Last inhale, and with the exhalation, relax everything. So, full activation of the legs, full activation of the arms. I'm already like warm up. I'm gonna do a few circles, and I'm gonna like bend and extend a few times just to release a little bit of tension. Activation, releasing. We're going to be playing today with that, okay? So, legs, arms already warm up. We're going to be sitting in the floor. And this is one of my favorite supports for the boat pose. So normally with this one, I'm going to be creating really nice. Remember, when we're working with our belts, we have to take and make sure that the buckle is going to be in a place where it's going to help you to adjust it. So if I'm right-handed, I'm going to make sure that my buckle is on the right and it's basically close to my feet. Let me just like go into the asana as I'm explaining. So first I'm going to like wide open the belt as much as I can because I want to make sure that I have a long buckle, a long belt. And look what is going to happen. I'm going to place it on my metatarsals. I'm going to go in. And when I place them, I'm going to make sure that I just put it very close to my armpit. Okay? So I start like tensing the belt. And from here, I will lift my legs and straighten my legs and start like pushing my shoulder blades forward. So I'm going to apply the concept that I just did right now, which is like squeezing the legs in, and this time I will just like place my shoulder blades forward. I'm going to bring my hands to the side to find some balance. Normally in Paripurna Navasana, this is the name of the asana, I want to make sure that I align my eyes with my big toes in quite of a line that is like parallel to the floor. So this asana will help me to look at my kneecaps. So I look at my kneecaps, now they are like parallel to each other, okay? And they're like facing and parallel also to the floor. What am I doing in Paripurna Navasana? I really want to like press the shoulder blades forward, and as I exhale, I really want to like activate my core. So I exhale, and I tighten my core as much as I can. I open my chest fully, pushing my shoulder blades forward, and I activate my thighs. So I squeeze my legs in fully, and I push also the calf forward. So remember, inner rotation with the calf, inner rotation with the thighs, making the thighs active, and the calf will resist that action with a small of an outer rotation. Outer, inner. We stay there at least 5 minutes. If you want to stay longer, pause the video and stay longer, okay? So, few breaths. I inhale, increase the shoulder blades, push the sacrum in, Exhale, rib cage down, belly button in, full activation, full squeezing. Inhale, try to release the tension from the belt as you activate your thighs, activate your core. Relax. Exhale, full activation. As you keep on engaging all your muscles, you increasing the tension in your body. Soften your face to make sure that you don't test the nervous system. Soften your eyes, relaxing your jaw. You can see as I'm relaxing, my voice change. And then relaxing the tension one more time. Full activation. I take a deep inhale. And as I exhale, I just increase the connection of the thighs, squeeze in, place the shoulder blades, open more the chest, full activation of the muscles in the core, belly button in, finding more length, and then relax. I'm going to do this a few times, one more time, increasing, legs in, core fully active, shoulder blades into the chest, and then release. Okay, so from here, I will bend the legs. I will release the belt. And I'm going to release this one. Okay, I'm going to release this one. I'm going to put it to the side. And I want to make sure that I want to warm up my arms a little bit more. And I want to do that sitting in Virasana. Why do I want to sit in Virasana? Because I also want to open the front part of my legs. Okay? So basically, I will just create, and I will place this one in the floor to sit on my legs. Okay? Just basically, this will be actually a Virasana where I'm sitting on my heels. Okay, it will be a different Virasana. It will be a variation of Virasana. So from here, I will just take a block. Normally, if you have a wood block that is heavy, it will be really nice because it will help you to have some weight. Okay? In Virasana, the idea is like once you are in the asana, remember that most of the asanas, you just don't sink down in the posture. You want to create a little bit of like action. You can see that right now I'm pressing the floor down with my shin bones to make sure that I kind of like activate all the muscles of the legs. So my legs, even though you see I'm not moving, are fully working in small tension and release. I press up and release. So normally, as I'm just like active, as if I want to like stand, not stand up, but kneel up, I want to make sure that I take a block and I press fully as if I want to bring my hands together. So remember the tension of the shoulders. I bring the shoulder blades in. Normally when we want to mobilize the shoulder, we can see our shoulders. We don't want to like pay attention of the shoulders. We want to bring all the attention and wake up the intelligence in those places that we don't see. So one of the bones that you really want to make sure that is active is the shoulder blades or the scapula. So basically, I will use the block to really bring the scapulas in and to create a lot of strength on that collar. Let's say this is like the collar belt. Okay, we have the collarbone, but actually the whole structure, we're going to call it the collar belt. Okay, so shoulder blades into the body. Squeeze the block as you squeeze the whole core that you already awake with Paripurna Navasana. So from here, connecting that to action, I will start like going up, going up, going up. Full strength, full strength, full strength. Inhale, and with the exhalation, we will try to go as slow as possible as just keep on squeezing. So every time you keep on working, I want you to go slow tense and then release. Every time you're working with the strength, I want you to make sure that you soften fully your face, especially your eyes and your throat, okay? We're gonna do this 2 more cycles. If you want to increase and do it more, just pause the video and continue. Okay, I take a deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, I start squeezing myself in and pressing, pushing both sides, squeezing the block in, increasing the connection with the core, getting to the top, squeezing the legs in. Remember that you have the block in. You can even put the other block there, and slowly I will go down. I go down, super slow. Take your time to take 10 counts as you keep on squeezing, and slowly down. Guys, you see, like, just by doing this, my heart rate already increased and I started sweating. This time, I want to squeeze the block. I will take the other one. I'm just like giving you different guides for you to like keep on developing that strength. Okay, so one more time. This time, we're gonna be making it a little bit more difficult. So we're gonna squeeze the block in. We're gonna lift the block up, increase the external rotation of the arm, and we really wanna go up. Exhale to increase the connection of the core, down, down, up, and squeezing the core, look forward, soften the face, and then down, 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 and release. I feel already the connection with my legs, the connection of the core, the connection of my chest and my arms. Now that I have my 2 blocks, and we were already like working on this front plane, I want you to bring your blocks to the side, okay? And I want to feel that I want to work with my legs. So I will take one of the blankets to each of the blocks, and every time we're going to work with flexibility, one of our main friends is gravity. So where do we want to be flexible? Most of the time we're going to be flexible in our back and for sure in our legs. So the idea is that we always find space, okay, where we are going to try to open. So I want to open the back of the legs, but every time I'm going to like work with the place, I want to make sure that I activate the opposite place, okay? So if I want to open the back of the legs, I want to make sure that my thighs are active, because that will send the correct message to the brain to open the correct chain of muscles, okay? So I will just be here for some time. I open my legs, I activate inner and outer legs by spreading my toes. No action, action. So you will see when you spread your toes and you make your thighs active, you will be in your inner, outer part of the legs, and activating the thighs will help you to slowly open the back, okay? Some people that might be tense here, you will feel like you will fall back. So what am I gonna do? And this is one of my favorite supports or props to work and open my legs, okay? So I'm gonna take 2 belts and I'm gonna connect them. So I wanna make sure that they're all in the right place. So how do I connect them? So I will connect the tail of one and the buckle of the other one, okay? So take your time to do this, and I will just take the other one, and the tail of the belt, and the buckle of the other one. Again, be aware on where do you put the buckle, and where do you put the tail of the belt. For example, if I'm a right-hander, I want to make sure that I just place this tail in a place where I will adjust. So I will just take the belt, I will put it all the way into my metatarsals. There, I just keep some tension to make sure that I just like bring the belt to the back here, and okay, I'll just place it there. And as you can see, now the tail is in the other side, and I can just create this tension here. And then I will just bring the belt all the way down to the sacrum. And by placing the belt into the metatarsals, if I just try to point my toes, the more I point my feet, I will just push the belt forward, and then I just go forward into the blocks, and I just like keep on like lengthening as much as I can the belly, as much as you can. So you can stay on this asana for hours, really opening the inner side of the legs that we were just warming up with the block. And basically, this will tend to deactivate and basically just release. So the work will be opening, activating, no? So from here, again, a lot of tension, bringing the sacrum into the body. Exhalation, belly button in, squeezing the navel, and really opening fully, softening the face. Activation, like right now I'm activation fully, try to point my toes, soften the face, as I'm really like creating a lot of strength and tension in my body for a few seconds, and releasing. Activation. It's called dynamic tension. Like I'm really like activating my full body from my feet, hands, arms, legs, core, but my face is fully relaxed. You feel that my body might be shaking, but my face keep relaxing fully. And as you can see, I'm really pressing down to open the back of my knees, but I'm also working on my calf muscle. That's why I'm just like pushing, the way that we're trying to like pushing the toes and pointing the feet, this will make my calf to work. So I'm working on the quadricep and I'm working on the calf. When you feel that the legs start shaking, that means there is a lot of activation and the nervous system is working, and there are some muscles that are like waking up. You will see now that my whole legs are activating. Try to keep your face relaxed, and we'll slowly release. When I release, I will take the belt out, and basically we're gonna finish episode by bringing a block the wall, and then as I want to like place my sacrum there, I will just put a blanket because I want to place my sacrum on top of the block. And again, I said that I want to finish the episode here because I want you to stay here as long as possible, opening the legs, using gravity as your best friend, but remember to use all the actions. So how do I go in here? I will just come very close to the wall, like I feel where the block is, and then slowly I come to the wall, I bring the block into the sacrum, and basically what I'm gonna do here is just like opening my legs, connecting the shoulder blades in, and as you can see, no action, action. No action in the thighs, action. So the work will be opening the back of the legs and bringing the feet into an eversion. That means the outer edges of the feet towards the face, activating the sides, opening slowly the legs, and opening fully the chest. Every time we exhale, belly button in, lengthening the sides of the trunk. And by lengthening the size of the trunk, I'm also lengthening the size of the neck. So remember, full awareness, connection with strength, and develop safe, active flexibility. So here, you can just play with no action and just wait for the body to open slowly and activation. You can do this as long as you can. And basically, once you finish, you can bend your legs and be in Baddha Konasana. And you can even do a really nice Shavasana when you finish. So, thank you everyone for watching. Namaste. Hello again, everyone. I really hope you enjoy this class. Personally, I just finished with my legs shaking. So please make sure you leave us your comment and you subscribe in the channel. And I would love to point you with this class, which is the class for inflexible beginners. Basically, just to make sure that you understand all the different actions that will make your evolution into a flexible body slowly. So we understand that flexibility is something that will slowly progressive, but in a safe way. So thank you so much for watching us again. I really hope you enjoy. Namaste.